Hey everybody, welcome back to Pete and Jeremy's D&D time. This is game 3 this evening. I know you might think this would be game like 7 because we've gone so late. That's fine though, it's game 3. 1 hour games only here, guys. That's all we do. This adventure I have entitled Heresy of the Four-Legged God. A very dramatic name for an adventure. For a very dramatic cast of players, these are among our most powerful characters in the entirety of Pete and Jeremy's D&D time. All of them have reached the mythic tier of adventuring, and more than one of them is pretty damn close to being able to contend for legend tier as well. Which, that came fast. But without further ado, let's take a moment and, well, introduce them. For those who may not be familiar, they call him Euchankas, they call him the High Priest, they call him Bringer of Bill, but beyond all of that, they fear him. Euchankas Ouwoupli, the High Priest, Bringer of Bill. Euchankas, how are you this beautiful, fine evening?
I'm upset. There's heretics.
Oh.
And I have to kill them.
I see. I haven't announced the adventure hasn't begun yet. So
yeah, but I read it. I read it, so I know what's going on. I keep up on these things. I can read. It's because I'm a lizard folk. Doesn't mean I can't read.
How can you read it? It's in a different reality.
What?
This is on Twitch.
It's right there. It's floating in the air.
Oh, okay. Well.
But other than that, I'm all right.
Excellent. Well, Euchankas, I hear you got some cool new toys.
Yes, I've got my rock.
Yeah,
my rock shaped kind of vaguely like a cloud that I've used for a holy symbol for the past many years.
Did you craft this rock yourself, or
nope? Just found it and it kind of looked like a cloud, and I was like, "Great."
That's all.
This is my holy symbol.
I see. Now. Does it have a cool name?
Oh, it's the most holy rock of the Great Big Cloud.
Yeah, but does it have a name?
That is its name.
Okay.
I mean, I occasionally call it Cloudy, but that's not exactly accurate.
I see. Well, Euchankas, I wonder, how was your experience working with Bartholomew to have this item crafted? Was Bartholomew conducive, or?
Yeah, for the most part, yes. I remember him turning to me and saying, "How would you like to eat people?" And I said, "Yes." And then this is what came. This, I ended up with this rock. That doesn't explain the eating people part, but
some mysteries are beyond mortal comprehension, right? That's kind of, you can't understand a god and the god's power.
Right. Anyone that claims that they can, other than me, is a heretic.
Absolutely. Welcome, Euchankas. It's always a blast to have you. Selcress, our second hero this evening. Some people call her a tyrant. Other people may call her savage. But I call her the Ice Princess, even though that's not correct anymore. She's now of the Frozen Crown.
It's not correct. Correct yourself now, peon.
Great Selcress of House Ishal of the Frozen Crown. Let me apologize.
Yeah, that's better.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I spent the holidays in Stygia.
In Stygia? How were the holidays in Stygia?
Pretty cool.
Do they celebrate solstice in Stygia?
Not as the overworlders do.
Oh, but they do celebrate. That's amazing.
Celebrate is a choice of words.
Would you use a different choice of words?
Maybe.
Okay.
It reminds me of home.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So Selcress, for those unaware, you are an adorable little drow. I'm sorry, a terrifying drow.
Wait, yes. Terrifying. You should
terrifying and powerful.
Bow before me. Yes.
And maybe drow society's not too nice. So that may give a quick
dog.
a bit of an idea of how maybe savage that might have been down in Stygia. Well, Selcress, I'm glad to have you back as always. I'm sure you're gonna love this adventure. I think it's right up your alley. So
All
welcome
right,
back. It's good to have you.
let's eat some people. Right, Euchankas?
Yes.
No.
Wait, you eat people?
No, but you're my person who eats people.
I do eat people.
She's got a guy for that.
Lots of people.
Our next character this evening is a little less evil than our previous two. I'd probably say a lot less. Sword Coheir, simply known as Sword Coheir. Sword, how are you?
I've been all right. I've been resting up on the holidays and catching up on my clerical stuff.
I see. Well, Sword, sometimes it's good to have a nice long rest and be able to catch up on your studies. It always sucks getting behind. How did you end up partying with these four fine adventurers?
Well, that statement where you said I could be potentially less evil.
Uh-huh.
Well, evil is a little bit of a relative term.
Oh, wait, is Sword turning over a dark leaf?
No, but my sarcasm leaves everything up for debate.
Well, Sword, I hope, regardless of your motivation for partying with Selcress and Euchankas, Kurogan's pretty good usually. But regardless of your motivations, I hope you find yourself successful on tonight's adventure. And I'm certain when it comes to one evil versus a greater evil, right? Maybe there's some room for flex. So, welcome back. It's always wonderful to have you. I hope you enjoy the adventure. And
wait and see.
We shall see. Last but certainly not least, Kurogan, the great and powerful. Need no
Hello.
other superlatives. How are you, Kurogan?
I am doing well. I just got, something new that I am dying to try out.
Yeah, I can see you have a pretty cool little amulet crest kind of deal.
Yes, it's something I've had for a long time, but it's a little more than just a crest now. I will do some more explaining later, I suppose.
I see. Is that all you got to say? I mean, have you been having fun using it over the break?
I have tested a couple of things out, but in privacy, so nobody can tell me. Aside from that, I've just been planning Gamora's wedding, of course.
How is that going?
Well, planning a wedding takes a lot of time, especially to
Very
find a good
stressful,
place, to get all of the everything organized, the food, the catering, etc. Trying to make sure that people aren't eaten by Euchankas.
What role does
hurdle.
Euchankas play in this wedding? I'm assuming he's the one who does the marrying, or...
Well, he is there to officiate the wedding, with Selcress's help, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I imagine Lance might feel a little burned here.
Oh no, he is my best man.
Oh, okay, I see. Oh. Now, Euchankas, how do you feel about not being the best man?
What? What's a best man?
I'm sure, you're right, you're a lizard folk, you're not a man. It makes perfect sense. I get
It's
it.
not entirely accurate either, but sure.
Oh, Kurogan, can I be your best,
Best,
drow?
yes, you can be my best drow, absolutely.
Fantastic. Well, Kurogan, I'm sure that's going to happen sooner or later, so I wish you the best when it does. And with that, I think we kind of start in on our adventure today. So, you all have been hired by Bartholomew to head out to the west, out toward the Wildewoad, an ancient primeval forest which spans kind of in the southwest of the land of DnDTime. Trees known to span hundreds of feet high, a very thick blanket of darkness carpeting the entirety of the inside of it. Great for you, Selcress. And, of course, it's a very misty, almost jungle. Very prominent in the worship of the Great Big Cloud. It's almost almost, I think, like a holy site. Am I overstepping Euchankas?
No, that's about right.
And so you headed over that way. There were a bunch of bandits that were marauding a nearby human settlement. For some reason, the people who live there didn't really quite understand how Bartholomew's adventurers worked, so they just paid Bartholomew too much money, and you were all sent to deal with a bunch of level 1 bandits. So you dealt with them without even breaking a sweat. And while you're all here, right, Euchaunkas, you're aware there is a very important lizard folk settlement right by the edge of the forest. It's one of the few that isn't in the forest, right? Because it needs to try and spread the word of the cloud to convert the other small settlements in the small kingdoms which lie around the forest.
Yes.
And you know that in this particular day, I'm world building now, Crowley. You're going to have to roll with me here. On this particular day happens to be a lizard folk holiday.
Yep.
It's known as the Taming of the Shrew. It's unrelated at all to the Taming of the Shrew, the play. But instead, what you do is there are these giant shrews that live in the Wildewoad, and you zap them with lightning until they obey.
Yes.
It's a very important holiday.
All highly accurate so far.
Exactly. And so, and correct me if at any point I'm incorrect.
Oh, I will.
So, just kind of, I think, on Euchaunkas' decision, right? You've all made your way over in this direction. You were pretty close anyway. And so you headed toward the small lizard folk settlement. As you're kind of traveling, there's a little bit of overland, walking around. Anything in particular you guys are doing? You've just dispatched a group of really piddly, weak bandits.
I burp.
Euchaunkas burps. Maybe you see an arm.
Oh, shove that back in there. Can't have that escaping.
So it's a fairly.
So who wants a shrew?
Levi, do you want a shrew?
Levi wants a shrew. Levi will take a shrew.
Okay. I'll take
Levi
one.
eats the shrew.
But no, I don't have shrews on me.
Oh.
I meant when we tamed the giant shrews.
Why were you
Well,
offering?
Look, I'm offering to tame you all giant shrews. This is the whole point of the holiday.
Okay, I guess it'll be a serviceable mount for my forces.
Mount. They're attack shrews.
They're attack shrews.
Yes, giant claws and teeth.
Mm.
Unusual shrews.
I'm not even sure what a shrew. I'm not
There
even sure
might
what a
be
shrew
dire
is.
wolves, but we call them shrews.
Oh, okay. I'll take like 50. Let's go.
Okay.
Sure, I'll take one.
Excellent. So you all make your way along. Kurogan, how are you? You seem like you were kind of quiet in that conversation. Is Kurogan like a state of brooding? Just how easy that last battle was?
Well, sort of. Really, he's just contemplating, his wedding and stuff. He's a little distracted today. And Kurogan's just, I don't know. He's been staring at his knight's crest for a while, and seems to be deep in thought, just kind of mindlessly following behind.
Excellent. And so it's at this moment, Kurogan, that I imagine if this were DnDTime, the show, it would kind of pan in on you looking down at the symbol, right, lost in thought, and then you bump into Euchaunkas. And Euchaunkas, and you look up, and Euchaunkas is just standing there because you're at the outskirts of the village, or what would have been the village, as it appears that it has been razed to the ground. The entirety of this little lizard folk enclave has been burnt to cinders, simply blankets of ash upon the ground, and little bleached white lizard folk bones poking out from beneath.
Oh no, this is bad.
Oh. That is not the song I thought that was.
Very intense.
That was very, very, very intense to start off. So yeah, looking forward, you see this horrible scene of carnage, Euchaunkas.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna go investigate.
All right. You make your way into the burnt-out remnants of this town. Walking by means of the main road you've been following for a while, it seems that the fires are fairly fresh, and toward the center of town, you can hear still the crackling of fire, and there's a slight scent of like burning meat. And yeah, as you approach the town square, it appears that a bunch of the lizard folk inhabitants that weren't just killed and burned have been just kind of piled up and are slowly smoldering.
Wait, the ones that weren't killed and burned are being burned.
Yeah, the ones that are not fully burned yet are now being burned.
And
You
who's
see-
burning them?
You don't see anyone there right now. It looks like they're like smoldering in a heap, like they were set to blaze and then left. If you want that, you can look around.
Yes.
As you poke around in the ash, Alex, can you put yourself on push to talk? We're getting your keyboard coming through. So as you go to peek around the ash and soot, you see that there was a big fight that must have gone down here. They were clearly overwhelmed, and a few of like the large buildings that couldn't have burned, the stone ones, have just been crushed and smashed in a way that is a little bizarre. Some of the lizard folk bodies you find appear to have been bludgeoned pretty substantially, in a way not dissimilar to lizard folk clubs. And yeah, you find eventually a set of lizard folk tracks heading back into the Wildewoad, into the jungle, and drag marks behind them. It appears that lizard folk attacked the settlement.
Lizard folk on lizard folk violence.
Well, seems like a hate crime to me.
Looks heretical.
What
Smells heretical.
What makes you say that?
If a lizard folk isn't a follower of the cloud, they're a heretic, and this doesn't look like cloud work.
You're right.
Doesn't it? I
don't
thought
see-
you did this kind of things on your off day.
You see these burn marks? They're not lightning burn marks.
That's
They're
what I was
just
going to
regular
say.
fire.
Yes, there's no sign of scorching from lightning anywhere. This is clearly not cloud work.
You think I use regular fire? I use fire made by lightning.
Cloudfire.
Yes, good term. Cloud fire. Cloud fire. Okay, what?
Right. So, you think heretics did this with
It's the
their
only the only possibility.
Okay. Sure. What sort of heretics are they?
Let me look around. I'd like to look around.
You've already looked around. Actually, I'll give you. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check. I'll see if you find any specific.
Ooh, I'm really, really good at these.
Yeah, you're looking around. Nothing at all.
What other religions do I know of in the Wildewoad that would be heretical?
In the Wildewoad, there are some spider worshippers, but they're not lost spider worshippers. There are some people who worship weird giraffe monsters, but there really are not. There's not a huge variety, at least that you're aware of. There are the tree folk, the tree people rather, and they worship Bartholomew's adventurers in like a weird fanboyish kind of way. But yeah, as Euchankas is looking
So
around,
like Beelzebub?
kinda, except he's useful. Sometimes.
Kurogan's actually going to look near the woods where they were dragged in for hints of where they might be going, or what they might have used to do all this, because I'm sure if they did this much damage, it was either magic or something that they used.
Yeah. All right. Can you? Well, actually, I'll say Euchaunkas. One thing you did find in looking around, it looks like these people were ambushed, like they were attacked maybe in the night or something in the early morning, when they probably weren't ready. You know what a good ambush looks like. And this is the telltale sign.
That I do.
Of like the place was set ablaze, and then they were just kind of pushed into the middle where they all eventually fell. Which is why there's a big pile of bodies in the middle.
So where'd they
Kurogan?
go? Are we gonna beat up the heretics?
Oh, we're gonna kill them all.
Okay. Wait, can you eat them?
Oh, I can eat them. I can eat just about anything.
Well,
You
this
see
afternoon's sounding
Selcress's
like it's
eyes
going to
sort
be
of light
splendid.
up with wonder.
What was that, Sword?
I said, well, this afternoon is turning out to be quite splendid.
As you're like ankle deep in ash. Kurogan.
Indeed, Sword. There's nothing I enjoy more than killing and eating heretics.
Yes, a good cleansing.
Not necessarily in that order.
So Kurogan, as you get over toward the woods and you're looking around, there are it looks like a path has been cut through the Wildewoad. Vines and things have been cut path. Which, from your understanding, maybe Euchaunkas' people were a little more at home with the woad. They don't necessarily fight it as much as they use it as a powerful weapon. So it's kind of weird that these lizard folk were cutting things. The second thing you notice is there are a handful of very simple, they look almost like tables. They're maybe a foot or two off the ground, 6 feet long, a couple feet wide, and they have lizard folk just placed down onto them. And these lizard folk look like they've had their chests kind of ripped open and their hearts torn out.
Yikes.
It's pretty gruesome. Yeah, there are like 6 or 7 of them just by this place, by this kind of escape route.
Yeah, this
Can
is
I-
definitely not Euchaunkas. This is, well, not nowhere near gruesome enough for Euchaunkas. Plus, he would eat the whole thing, not just the hearts.
Ripped out hearts.
Can Selcress determine anything from the ripped out hearts? You know, she's into the occult.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you can roll me like an Arcana check. I'll give you, and we'll see what
Okay.
you get.
Arcana?
Yep.
Okay, sure.
Awesome. So
Take that.
your expertise with this kind of stuff, in a very metaphysical kind of way. If a being makes a pact, right? A lot of those times, those pacts are body, mind, and soul, right? You give yourself over to this greater power, and in the aspect of body, the heart is like kind of the tie-in between those 3 things. So maybe that might be seen as a metaphorical manifestation of magic, or like that could just be where their magic is kind of where it centralizes in the lizard folk body. You're not really sure. You don't know medicine stuff, but you know hearts are important for magic stuff usually, especially if it's soul magic.
This could be quite dangerous. We should proceed with caution and make sure we are prepared for whatever that might be coming.
Let's go kill them.
Yeah, it's Sword
Well,
and
there might be
Euchaunkas.
so whatever.
As you get up to like the bodies that Kurogan found on the tables, you can definitely tell, both of you, that these are like clerics. These are holy figures in the cloud. Maybe probably like lesser, obviously, priests, Crowley, Euchaunkas, but not. These aren't your everyday lizard folk. These are important, or somewhat important. Probably why they were made a show of. And you do see more drag marks. Looks like there were still people taken.
Well, definitely heretics. You don't make a show of your enemy clerics unless you are a heretic.
Euchaunkas, do you have any cloud-based enemies, perhaps?
Only those in the Candy Mountain. But other than that, no.
I don't see candy canes around, so I don't.
Yeah, I'm not
think
seeing
there's
any evidence of them. But I don't think Sugar Mama's up to it. It's a little too gruesome from her from what I gathered.
Well, yes, I have seen what they can do, but it's definitely nothing like this. Well, perhaps I should get ready first.
Doesn't she use sacred cloud fire too?
Look, I'm not gonna get into the politics of heresy with you right now.
So, Kurogan's actually gonna step away from the woods for a second.
Well, explain it to me later.
I can tell you she technically has a holy position as one of the four bringers of Bill, but it's neither here nor there.
So you step away, Kurogan.
Yes, unless I step away. Yes, as they're just bickering back and forth, Kurogan steps away and looks at his pendant, and he presses the center of the pendant. As he does this, golden, what looks to be like liquid gold sprouts out around him. Then it starts to form into scales, which travel along his entire body, covering every part of him, essentially. And after a couple of moments of that happening, you hear boop 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 boop. Sika online. What can I do for you, Kurogan? Well, for now, just divert 2 points into my wings. And of course, as she does that, the golden wings that were from the cape sprout out and spread free.
Excellent. So you see, Kurogan's ready for action.
What was that voice?
Oh, that was Sika. She's my Slayer's artificial combat assistant.
Interesting. I don't understand what any of that means, but I'm gonna accept it.
I don't really either, but I talked to the Trigger Gnomes, and Bartholomew also talked to them, and, well, that's what I got.
Levi kind of like starts mumbling to himself, oh, he gets a combat assistant, but I have to do all the work here.
Were you saying something?
No.
At least my rock doesn't
That's what I
complain.
thought.
So it's more like a no, my queen. All right. So, you begin to travel into the world.
Yep.
I'm gonna fly slightly above so I can overlook and see what's going on from above.
Okay. So, you begin to make your way into the dense jungle of the Wildewoad. At this part of the jungle, it's fairly dense. You've maybe been traveling for half an hour following these tracks. Kurogan, at this point, you can still fly around, but it's getting pretty difficult. You think if there were like a clearing, that would be a really good opportunity, but it's a little tight with how big the trees are and all of the overhanging foliage. And then it begins to rain, which just makes it worse.
Well, as it does that,
common.
I suppose
I like the rain.
I'll fly back down, retrieve my wings, and you'll see that the energy from them just goes back into my suit, and it glows with a pulse of gold for a second, and then
Levi is shielding Selcress with a leaf. from the rain.
Excellent. Levi's doing his job.
Yeah.
You just hear little tinks of metal as the rain hits the golden.
Excellent. And so yeah, you've been tracking, following these marks. The downside is the rain makes it very muddy and just kind of gross here. The upside is they've just been cleaving their way through the woods. Complete disrespect for the nature that is here. Looks like they have some sort of bladed weapons, unlike the more ceremonial clubs of lizards. And as you make your way through, what's everyone's passive? Or can everyone roll me, I guess, a nature? I think would be the way to.
Apparently, Selcress is very knowledgeable today.
Alrighty. So, Selcress and Sword. Selcress, you're probably the first one to notice, but Sword, you also pick up on this. There are the drag marks that everyone sees. there are the muddied footprints, which are pretty clear. But Selcress and Sword, both of you notice there are random, perfectly square indents in the ground. They go maybe 4 inches into the dirt and mud. And they're every, 5 or 6 feet. But they're pretty consistent as these perfectly square indents.
Kind of weird. Euchankas,
Yes.
look at that. See that square thingy?
Oh, well, these weird, perfectly indented squares.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up with this?
That's what I wanted you to figure out.
Do I know what's up with this?
I mean, you could roll a religion check if you'd like.
Religion. Okay. Nope.
This is on the tip. You've been studying up on your heresies, and by that I mean you've been writing up your heresies. And God, this one's one of the first ones you came up with, but it's on the tip of your tongue. But you're like, which one was this? But you don't precisely recall. It's like you just not quite there.
Probably something to do with veggie-pygmies.
But it's definitely that's what you're like. You're like, maybe is it veggie-pygmies? No, it's. But what if it were veggie-pygmies?
I don't like veggie-pygmies.
Do they give you indigestion?
I don't eat them. They're plant-based.
Everyone knows Euchaunkas doesn't eat his greens.
Gross.
You gotta worry about the steroids, right?
Yeah. No greens. Just meat.
Yeah, so
Occasional carrot.
Can I try and identify what sort of religious heresy?
no, this is a very specific heresy to the Great Big Cloud. Very, very specific heresy.
Squares. Oh, why
Maybe
isn't this coming to me?
Maybe it's
And,
the Trigon gnomes. They're about shapes, right?
But they're not heretics. Not all of them.
Well, while you're all standing here having this conversation, can everyone roll me a perception check?
Do I need to? My passive is 19.
My passive's
yeah.
14, but I'll also... Okay, if he has to roll, then I'll also roll. Well, I don't see anything.
So, as they're all kind of sitting there talking, Sword, trying to think up this heresy, you looking around and you see maybe only 10 feet up the path an incredibly well hidden net trap. Looks like expertly done. Kurogan, you are just so you're not even looking in that direction.
I'm too focused on other things.
Yeah, exactly. You're distracted.
Kurogan, look up.
Look!
What? Oh.
Look up!
Up? Oh, I see. That is a problem.
What's problem?
There,
Look
what?
up! Look up!
Huh?
Veggie-pygmies? Nope.
As you all look up,
The net.
Euchaunkas, you notice it. You still don't see it, Selcress. It's so well hidden. Even looking right at it, it's hard to see.
What are you talking about? Wait, did you see a veggie-pygmy?
No, there's a net.
It's at this moment that you're all looking up in that direction that you hear some kind of lizard folk expletive. It's something in Draconic, but it's equivalent to "they've seen it," and there's a wah, a loud war horn, and things begin to move in the forests around you as their trap is sprung.
Oh my.
Well, really, it's still up there.
God damn it! Get up and roll the initiative.
Holy crap.
This is
I
part
just
for the
been hitting
course.
those high rolls tonight.
Yeah, I have the high knowledge rolls, but not anything I'm actually good at.
All right. Sword's doing good though.
Also, I rolled for initiative, so I have more than 2 charges in the crest. So
Yep.
Sika actually acts up. would you like me to use my defensive maneuvers? Yes, Sika. For now, yes. Did I hear where the voices were kind of coming from?
They're just kind of all around, like the jungle's alive.
Well, then I'm going to just add a random bush. My armor is just gonna sprout the string and the bees and throw it towards the bush.
All right, use your Someone's in that bush.
So they get 10 bees.
They get 10 bees. Bees. All right, I'm gonna put each of those guys on there. All right, so we start with Sword. What would you like to do?
Spirit Guardians.
All right, you're just gonna stand your position in Spirit Guardians? Alrighty. Well, you cast your Spirit Guardians. It's 30-foot range.
15.
15.
15, nothing is within your range currently. But they'll probably be in the range when they move in on their turns. But
Right,
your Spirit
and-
Guardians are up. Anything else?
The spell save will be 16. Now I'm going to use my bonus action to raise my shield.
Alright, so you got your shield ready. Awesome. We move to the next initiative, Kurogan, actually. What would you like to do, Kurogan?
Well,
See an enemy here.
as a bonus action, I'm actually going to divert, since I have none of them diverted into anything, I'm going to divert 2. Actually, yeah, I'm going to divert 2 into my AC to give me a
Okay.
+1 bonus to my AC, as my shield kind of springs up as well. And divert 2 to my sword, to my Dragon Greatsword, which I am
Hot.
drawing out, and for my action, I'm going to hold it until something appears so I can slice at it.
Awesome. So you just kind of get into a combat position, your armor bulking up to protect you. And then we move to the foes. The first group of foes rush in, and you hear like a clacking of wood, which Euchankas, it strikes you just as you hear the sound exactly what monsters approach, as a group of 4 coffee tables run out of the woods.
Oh no!
And atop them are 4 lizard folk heretic riders, emblazoned on their chest, a symbol of a table.
The table runs!
The table make ram attacks, one against each of you.
But one of them gets attacked immediately because they held my action.
They also enter swords thing,
Which is at the start of their turn, right?
or when they enter it.
When they
When
enter
they
it,
first
awesome.
enter it. And then whenever they
AC
take...
16?
Yep.
Cool. So it's, I'm going to roll for the tables first. They have to get better than a 16, but they have a plus what? What do they have? They have a plus 2, so they have to get better than a 14. All right. None of the tables succeed, and that's 18 points to each table. Hot damn, that's pretty potent.
And then Kurogan goes with his attacks.
Well, now I got to roll for the 4 lizard folk who rushed in.
Ah, okay.
They need to get higher than 15, and none of them succeed. All right, so those heretics are also going to take 18 damage. The lizard folk look pretty hurt. The tables seem like they're fine. Kurogan, take your attack. Are you attacking the table or the lizard folk on top of it?
Probably the lizard folk.
Okay.
And if I hold my action, do I get my full attacks?
It's
or
one
just
attack,
one?
unfortunately.
One attack? Okay, so that's
But-
the one attack.
As this lizard folk pulls up its weird table-shaped shield, your dragon greatsword cleaves straight through it, cleaves through its arm, and cuts it down as one of the heretics has been slain. Alrighty. The tables now get their attacks. This one's
Well,
going at you, Kurogan.
they were slowed by the Spirit Guardians as well. I don't know if it matters.
No, they're incredibly
In
fast.
this instance.
Okay.
yeah,
They're coffee tables. They have coffee in their
Dangerous.
blood. Or in their wood.
Very
They're
dangerous.
coffee
Fast
Incredible.
tables.
Yep. So then we're gonna make ram attacks. This is against you. We'll start with you, Sword. 22. Oh shit!
Jesus.
Wow.
Sword's within 10 feet of me, right? Or 5 feet of me, whatever.
Yeah, he would be.
Give me a second. I
Unfortunately,
believe.
Kurogan, you used your reaction to attack. You ready to action. And that
Oh, that's right. That uses the reaction to attack.
So, Sword, you get rammed by a coffee table. I think a 22 gets you.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, there's actually extra damage. It's 21 extra damage. Holy shit. What on
Damn.
earth? Okay, so you take 49 points of bludgeoning damage. As the table rams into you. Are you still alive?
Hanging on.
Okay. Can you roll me a concentration check for your Spirit Guardians? They got the extra damage because they charged at least 20 feet, by the way. For anyone wondering. So I think that is not going to do it. DC was half of 49. So unfortunately, Spirit Guardians fade. We have one going at you, Selcress. Oh my goodness, it crits.
Awesome.
Alright, so this is going to be the total damage against you. My god.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. 67. I assume Levi's going to take a bit of that.
It doesn't really matter, because that takes out both me and Levi.
Oh shit! Alright, Selcress and Levi both go down. The third coffee table goes to attack Euchankas. Oh, I should roll to hit first.
Yeah, let's calm down here.
15.
That's a miss.
Alright, that's all it's got. The last coffee table is going for Kurogan. A crit. Oh my god.
God damn it.
Alright. Kurogan, you're gonna take another 31 points on top of that. It's 63 total.
Not down, but hurt.
Yep, you get bludgeoned by a table. That's the end of the table's turns. Note, when the tables hit you, two of them splinter on contact, as tables are wont to do. However, the third one is still alive.
Okay.
But that one doesn't have a rider anymore.
So two are dead.
Yes, they also take their charge damage, which puts them over the top with the Spirit Guardians.
Oh.
Yeah.
How many tables are left?
There's one table left and a bunch of heretics.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I miscounted. There should be two tables left.
Oh yeah, don't
Alright.
forget 10 bees.
Oh yes, put that on this heretic here out in the bushes. All right. We move to the next in the initiative, which is Selcress. Selcress, you're unconscious. Would you have wanted to put any damage on Levi, or do you want to leave Levi up?
I can leave Levi up.
All right. Would you like Levi to maybe give you a healing potion or something?
I don't have anything like that.
Oh, that blows. I'm sorry.
Fine.
You want Levi to roll a medicine check or to attack or something?
Yeah, Levi can attack. I gotta roll a death saving throw, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let's
Start with
see.
that. Doing okay.
Yeah, it's success. And Levi, where's the table that hit me?
The table that hit you is exploded. It blew up.
What
It
about
did
its
so
rider?
much damage that it blew up. Its rider's standing right there looking dazed.
All right, then he's gonna go at it
Okay.
with a little sting.
Oh, damn. That will hit. What's the Constitution save? How much damage? I'm
I
sorry,
think
what's the DC?
I think it's 10. It's really
Okay.
small.
Well, I got to roll so you can see the heretic's roll. He got a 4. So it's total 15 damage. That finishes that heretic off. All right. So Levi stings him in the neck, and he kind of shrivels up under the force of the poison. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Selcress?
Nope.
Alrighty. Jesus. I did not expect double crits on the tables. Euchankas, your move.
Okay. So there's two tables and two heretics.
There are two, yes, that you can see. There are definitely more heretics out in the bushes.
I see. Okay.
You hear one screaming.
Yeah, those are the bees.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will healing word, Selcress.
Cool. Selcress, you're conscious.
Get up
What?
and
What hit me?
a table.
Why are there tables?
Okay, look, I explained this sometime. Hold on, I need to do something. I go over to a heretic
Uh-huh.
and bite him.
There's one literally next to you on top of a table.
Great, I'm gonna bite him.
Okay.
14.
It's going to be 14. He will be hit by that, actually. Yep. You chomp down on him. What does that do?
It does
Heals yet?
7 damage. Oh no, this is just a regular bite.
Okay.
And
Oh, it's just a regular bite attack.
how much HP does he have?
Oh, he's got fewer than... Oh, no. Okay.
Well,
What does he have to roll?
he needs a strength check.
Okay. He's going to roll strength. Check out a 4.
Okay, I devour him.
Oh, he just
I
tries
should
to
swallow
hold your jaw
him.
open. No! And you just eat him whole.
Yep.
So
No.
he's now also dead.
Tables come alive when you bring them into the Wildewoad.
What?
Yeah, I did this to us.
All right. Next in the initiative are the lizard. Are you done, Crowley? I'm sorry,
Oh
Crowley.
yeah, that's it.
I thought you'd like this. The heretic's gonna go. The 2 heretics that are at you. One of them is going to take out a scimitar and make a scimitar attack.
2 at me. Isn't there only 1 at me now?
At the group of you. Sorry, there is only 1. Yeah. He's gonna go for you, sword, because you're the one he's next to. Or actually, isn't? Yeah, I think it's the one next to you, sword. So it's gonna take a slash at you. Oh, it should not have advantage. It got a 9
Miss.
and a 15, which I think definitely
Miss.
misses. Cool. The 4 other heretics out in the bushes are going to. One of them screams as he gets attacked by bees. And he is gonna throw a spear anyway. This is gonna come at you, Kurogan, because you took the bees. An 11.
Fail.
And the other 2 heretics. Oh, the other 3 heretics in the bushes. I guess there were 1 fewer heretic than I thought. There's 2 more heretics in the bushes. They're gonna also throw javelins at probably Euchankas because they knew to look out for you. At a 15 and a 22. Wow.
The 22 hits.
Alrighty. For 6 piercing damage, you get javelined.
Ow.
And we get
glare
top
at
of the
him.
initiative. Sword, what would you like to do? There are 2 tables, a heretic, and some heretics in the bushes.
I'm going to use my bonus action to cast mass healing.
Okay. That's an excellent use of bonus action. 6 hit points for all of y'all, including
Like
Levi.
nothing happened to me.
Selcress and Kurogan are still probably feeling pretty bad.
Better than nothing.
Anything else you'd like to do, Sword? You still have an action.
I'm going to take. Is any more coffee tables up?
There are 2 coffee tables. One is right next to you. The other one's right next to you,
Alright,
Chunks.
I'm going to try this baby out.
Oh,
And take
shit.
my spear hammer and go.
Kathwak, an 18, that'll connect. For 36 points of bludgeoning, of null damage. Perfect. The table blows up as you splinter it with a single slam of your hammer. Damn. That thing's so good. Alright, is there anything else you'd like to do, Sword? You can move around if you want. Or you can just stay kind of grouped up with everyone else.
Am I aware of the position of the other lizards in the forest?
What's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 15.
15? Then yes, you are. You're aware. You can see them. There are 3 more out in the forest. One's only about 15 feet away, and he's being attacked by bees. And then there are 2 actually up in trees that you know.
Alright, then I'm going to position myself between the one on the ground and in between with the net still up in the tree. Then I'm going to position myself where the net is between me and the one on the ground.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Excellent. So you scoot around, and we move to Kurogan. Kurogan, what would you like to do?
Bonus action, second wind.
Really? Oh, nice second win, though.
Yeah, very nice second wind. So I'm at least like half at my hit points.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's still something near me, right?
Yeah, there's a table right next to you, and it looks like it's about to zip around for another attack.
It's about to get hit is what it's about to do.
All right, 22 will hit for 12 points of damage. It's still up, barely. All right, that kills it. As you slash the table, you smack it to pieces with 2 swings of your dragon greatsword.
That'll teach you to hit me.
There's a heretic standing right next to you who looks confused and scared as you've just destroyed his way out of here.
I'm just gonna glare at him, and my eyes are gonna glow red through the whole armor.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just staring at him for the rest of the 6 seconds that the turn goes by.
Excellent. The tables are gone, so we don't have to worry about them. Selcress,
So
what
who's
would you
left?
like to do? There is a lizard folk that's right near you, and there are 3 lizard folk that are kind of out in the forest a little bit. Not a ton left. At least the tables aren't left, which is the most important part.
I'm gonna snap my fingers.
Uh-huh.
Say, heretics, you have trespassed upon this. Euchankas, is this sacred or is it not sacred?
Mostly, yeah.
Mostly sacred land. Oh,
Excellent.
the might of Levistus.
That is the infernal decree.
Excellent. Your infernal decree, it kind of flash freezes the forest around you, which probably is not, the plants all like wither up and die. I'm gonna roll a dexterity save for the lizard folks up in the tree. One of them manages to keep a hold. The other one, the tree like withers and dies beneath the cold. And that lizard folk actually falls to the ground, taking a little bit of damage.
How close to
Alrighty.
me does he land?
And then I'm gonna use my bonus.
But go ahead.
I'm gonna use my bonus action.
To command Levi to attack them.
Uh-huh.
So there's
So
a guy
Levi,
right. Yeah.
yeah, he's right there. You want to just kill him?
Yeah.
All right, Levi, go for it.
Shoot.
Levi has advantage on his attacks because this guy's prone currently.
Okay. There's 1.
Yep.
There's 2.
Alrighty.
And there's 3.
Hot damn. So Levi begins to rip into that lizard folk who fell, who begins to scream in terror. It's 18 points of damage total.
Yep.
All right, he's looking bad. This lizard folk is not holding on much longer as Levi begins to tear into them.
Good.
And Levi is a barb devil now, right? For a while. Hot damn.
He's been a barb devil for a while.
Well, I mean, he was an imp a minute ago.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Alrighty. This is for our viewers, Selcress. We gotta let them know that Levi's a barb devil. You command a barb devil, which is rad. Alright, who's next? It is Euchaunkas.
Okay, so there's 2 on the ground and 1 in the tree.
Yeah, one of them is prone nearby. Levi is ripping him apart. Doesn't look like he's doing great. One of them is shaking in his boots next to you.
Next to me.
No, next
Yeah,
to
there are
Sword.
bees.
Next to Sword. Oh, actually, away from Sword now. We'll just say it's near you.
Okay. Is that one covered in bees?
No, that one's a little further out in the forest, still yelling about the bees.
Okay. I go to the one shaking,
Sure.
and I say, do you realize your mistake? Does he respond at all?
He quivers for a moment. Are you trying to intimidate him?
No, I'm just asking him a simple question.
Yes.
Good.
It looks you straight in the eyes.
Good. I bite him.
And it was like a resistive yes. It wasn't like a. It was like a defiant yes.
I bet it was.
Well, he's unconscious, so you can just eat him.
Yeah, I eat him.
All right, down the hatch he goes.
I look at the other two, or the other two that I can see. This is what awaits you.
As you say that, the one in the forest dies to bees.
Yay, bees.
Not
The
him.
bees finish him off. The one that's on the ground in front of Levi attempts to attack Levi desperately, getting to its feet and attacking with its scimitar. Levi, it's a 13 and a 7.
Neither managed to hurt him.
The one in the trees tries to jump away to a different tree, and does so, and begins to make their escape.
Oh, he's not getting away.
He thinks he is. Sword, it's your move. What would you like to do?
How far away is he?
About 30 feet. They're not, like, very fast in the trees. Lizard folk aren't normally meant to leap from tree to tree. They're okay at it. But, actually, these lizard folk even aren't. They're bad at it. What would you like to do? Uh-oh. Sword, we're having an internet problem again. You alright?
I'm fine.
Oh, there we go.
You know what? I'm gonna take my square hammer and just try to fell it in the direction the lizard is in.
Oh, you're just gonna throw it at it.
Oh no!
Oh,
no!
you're gonna break the tree down. I got you. Sword, you're roboting pretty hard. I can't understand what you're saying. I think I know what you're saying. You're gonna hit the tree with the hammer. So go ahead and roll me your damage, and you're gonna try and knock the tree toward the guy. Holy shit! Yeah, the tree begins to fall. I'm gonna roll a dex save for that lizard folk heretic, which fails. You hear just a crashing and a breaking of trees, and the lizard folk heretic disappears beneath the carnage. You're not sure what happened, but saw him get hit pretty hard. Alrighty. We move to the next in the initiative, which is Kurogan. All that's left is the one that Levi's ripping into.
I see. Kurogan's gonna, he's actually going to use his bonus action to divert the 4 that he put into his armor and weapons back into himself, and then you can see that his arms seem to get lighter as they glow with like this. It's like red veins that grow up his arms, and he takes out. He puts away his shield as it grows into him, and claws basically sprout from him. And he also brings out Cleaver, which he's wielding in the other hand as if it's nothing.
Oh no. Okay.
As you may have guessed it, I activate the dragon's claws.
Excellent. Yes, the dragon claws grow from your armor as your shield kind of molds into their new form. And I assume you're murdering this thing? Or...
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and give me your attack. Give advantage. Oh, he's not prone anymore.
So first one's gonna be with Dragon's Great Sword.
Sure.
18 for 16 damage.
Looking kind of dead even after that, but go ahead.
Okay, but Reaver, I guess this because it's with an offhand attack. Actually, no, it's just the regular attack, so it's the full 8 damage.
Yeah, so you skewer him with the sword, and then you like slash him down the middle with the
yes.
axe.
And because it does the carry through, is there like a tree around?
Yes, there's
something has to stop my momentum. So
okay, so you attack a tree, and that kind of like, yeah, you just kind of embed it in the tree, and as you unleash your rage, maybe it's like a howl or a roar of victory.
Yes.
You
The dragon
kind of
roar.
look amongst yourselves to find the foes who wish to ambush you defeated.
The bees crawl back into the jar.
Mm-hmm. They start making honey. Blood honey.
Yes, blood honey.
But yeah, you currently find yourselves just kind of, well, on this now bloody forest path. The rain's still falling. What shall do?
I
That
go find the
was annoying.
tree folk or the lizard folk in the tree collapse.
They are pinned beneath the tree. They look like they're mostly crushed, but they're still kind of sputtering alive.
Hello.
Euchankas.
That's me. I get really close.
A heretic.
You're the heretics. You violated several heresies, and you brought coffee tables into the forest.
You're too late.
That defies the small kingdom laws.
Tablos cannot be stopped now.
Dablos? Who the hell is Dablos?
It's Tablos. Tab like table, but with an oath at the end.
Tablos? Is that your dumb god?
This lizard folk spits at you. It's a very bloody spit, and it doesn't actually get to you, but they try.
Okay, well, you're gonna be crushed by the 13th sediment of the great big rock, so you can just, I guess, die. I step on his throat until he dies.
It's a little slow, and it's pretty gruesome.
Yep.
There's like an attempt to pull your arms away,
Yeah,
your
good
legs
luck.
away, but it just does not. It doesn't pan out. And yeah, you slowly murdered that lizard folk. The rest
Okay.
of you.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, is anyone else doing anything? You're just all just kind of watching Euchankas murder this.
Kurogan's looking the other way, looking for more people like around as he's putting his swords away, but not diverting his spirit at all. And little horns begin to sprout from his armor.
So, Selcress is picking the splinters out of her garments.
Yeah, right. It's just like, oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I should
gonna
have
try.
brought my I should have brought my intimidating armor. Jeez.
And she's
I'm
gonna
just
flip
gonna-
her cape.
What was that sword?
I said, I'm just gonna try to patch myself up a bit.
Yeah, you
So-
start. Do you guys want to take a short rest? Is that what I'm hearing, or?
Yes.
I'll take a short rest.
Sure.
Sounds
Why
good.
not?
Sure.
Okay.
Temporary
You
hit points
complete
stuff.
a short rest. A short rest is had.
We should do these more often.
Yeah, the way that works, you guys get to roll as many of your hit dice as you want and just regain all those hit points.
Whoa.
Crazy.
I never knew, because we never do them.
Where is hit dice?
They will be on your character sheet. They're right around, pretty much smack dab in the middle.
Right below, on the left side, they're right below temporary hit points.
Okay, I see.
So I regained most of my health.
Yeah, I mean, these are good.
We never use these. We've never really had to use these, but
I've used them. I've done a short rest once.
Those tables. Wow, those hit like a truck.
yeah, they do.
They hit like a table.
They hit like
And
a
I can
table.
do them how many times?
You can use as many as you have. So, what level are you? That's the
8.
number of times you can use it. So
Okay.
you could do it 8 times. So you all take like a couple. You take like half an hour, 45 minutes to bandage yourselves up, patch your wounds a little bit. Selcress, you get all the splinters out of your clothes.
My armor actually
Finally.
repairs itself and repairs my body.
That's rad as heck. And
Maybe I should get an assistant.
Isn't that
Levi helps.
what he is? I say, pointing at Levi.
So Selcress just hugs Levi to her chest.
He's a special servant. He doesn't.
He is the specialist servant.
Yeah, Kurogan gets it.
I pat both Levi and Selcress on their heads.
I look at Levi. How does he feel about being pat on the head? Just from a glance, or from a...
I think he's got a look on his face like, I hate this. But, like, I think that's happened so often that he's kind of gotten used to it.
He clearly enjoys being held by Selcress.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. No question.
In the same grudging way, Selcress likes having friends. I think
that's
peons.
precisely it. I mean, yeah, peons.
Peons, yes, not friends at all.
All right. Alrighty, so you complete your short rest. It is it's very dark all the time in the Wildewoad.
Yes.
So you're not really sure of the time of day, but it couldn't have been more than an hour that you've been resting. What's your move?
So, are we gonna go stop this Tablos thing?
Oh, yeah.
Paul thought this is the best idea.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
we're-
already too late to stop him, apparently. So I didn't think taking a rest was a big deal.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
No, neither am I. Kurogan, his forearms stop glowing as the energy just recedes back into him. And, the horns actually stop growing as well.
It's like the rage subsides. Okay. All right. So, yeah, you just start heading on.
Yep.
It's pretty hard to well, it's pretty easy to follow. It's hard to like identify their tracks at this point. The rain has all but washed it away. But following the path is easy, as they have just cleaved through the forested area. And after a time of walking, you notice the sounds of the jungle have kind of died away. And you're approaching what seems maybe like a clearing. You see stone ruins kind of in the jungle off to the side of this path. And you find a dead lizard folk, again, heart carved out, just kind of discarded. Perhaps one that died along the route. And eventually, the rain too subsides, as you find yourselves in an almost supernatural, not supernatural darkness, but an unnatural darkness. One that you wouldn't quite have expected. And you look above, and where there would be kind of tree cover, you see simply a large, flat surface.
Uh-oh.
Far to the east and west, as you look off to the sides, you see massive stone pillars holding up the sides to what must be a giant table-shaped temple.
Dangerously close to a giant table.
This is dumb.
As you travel forward beneath
Yes, it
the large
is.
tabular structure, you come into a clearing. You see. Okay, just a second, guys. You see tables or statues in the shapes of tables. You hear a low chanting and fires in the distance, a source of light, as many lizard folk heretics gather.
This is really dumb.
Shush. You see what in any other setting would be a stone ziggurat engraved with ancient runes and symbols. Instead, it is a simple big stone table with like a wooden stairway going up to it, where you see a horrifying abomination. Not a lizard folk any longer, no. Part lizard folk, part table, almost like a centaur, cheering and giving some horrible speech to her followers below. The wooden staircase leading up to the table temple stained with blood, as she pulls the heart from another lizard folk, and the body tumbles down. This is what you see.
Okay, now this is really dumb. Kurogan is immediately, before anything else, going to put one charge into his wings and start, charging up. Basically, he's putting 4 charges into what looks to be his jaw, but, the mask forms into what is essentially a cannon.
Hey, okay, everyone, stay here. I'll go buy us some time while Kurogan does whatever he's doing. Give me a few seconds. I just need to be a little bit ahead of you guys.
That's fine. You can see him talking through his mask, even though the cannon's forming.
I'll walk about 40 feet. How far are we from them?
They're 300 feet away. This is a huge clearing.
Okay, let's move together for a while, and then when we're closer, I'll go a little bit ahead.
Yeah, the wildlife has been just scoured from the area and is just burnt out.
Tables are incredibly destructive. They burn things.
Clearly they're made of ash wood.
Yep. Yes, they are. Okay. Anyway, moving forward. Yeah, I'm moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
Selcress is falling behind.
Yeah, you begin to move forward. You move some ways out, and it's clearly this horrible table centaur person who's leading these heretics notices you as you're just walking out into the clearing, and the voice echoes out.
Euchaunkas, so good that you could join us.
Are you Tablos? What a stupid name.
Oh, heck no. This is Tablos.
And she gestures to the giant, what you thought was a temple, which might just be a temple, that is a big table that she's standing on.
You are too late for Tablos. Their ascension is imminent.
Is it?
Yes, and like the rest of your kind, you will be purged, and your souls trapped.
She says, stuffing the heart that she just ripped out of Luke folk into a glass bottle and sealing it. You see, for but a moment, there's nothing, but then the heart begins to crackle with lightning. And Euchankas, although you've no other reason to know this, that lizard folk's soul has been trapped within that bottle, forever kept from either the jailer or the Great Cloud.
How close am I to them?
Right now you're about 300 feet. It's a big clearing.
Oh.
Probably about 200 feet from so it was a 400-foot clearing. You traveled about 100 feet. So you're probably 200 feet from the masses and 300 feet from this lady.
Perhaps we should discuss this a little further. I'm just walking closer.
Kurogan's mouth is just charging more and more until eventually, ding! I'm ready.
I'd like to hear more about your god.
Yes, I bet you would. But unfortunately for you, priest, you are no longer as high as I.
With that, there's a crack of thunder somewhere in the background, oh no, you didn't.
Yeah, Okay, I'm still walking.
And you
Kurogan's gonna fly up slightly, 30 feet.
Thunder's my shtick, lady.
I didn't do that.
Oh, you didn't? Who the hell do you think did?
It's a natural phenomenon.
Is it?
No, forget this. Bring the last sacrifice.
And you see a kind of tied up lizard folk getting pushed toward her at the top of the temple.
Okay. Is anyone stopping me as I'm just walking forward?
No, you're just walking up, but you're still about 100 feet away from the masses, and then another 100 feet from her beyond.
Mm-hmm.
Kurogan's gonna start flying forward. Double speed.
Alright, so you just begin to go forward. In that case, we need to roll for initiative. I've already rolled all their initiatives. as you begin to rush forward, and the just got. Oh wow, you guys all rolled pretty much the same.
By the way, how big is this table?
So there is the big, huge table that you're under in this clearing. That table is about 80 feet high. And then the temple-like table she's standing on is maybe 60 feet high. It's most of the way up. That table is maybe like a 40-foot by 40-foot area, you think. It's roughly square-shaped and is made out of a stone. And as Kurogan moves to action and the rest of you begin what you will do and start this fight, she says,
"It is already too late. This is how it will end, Euchankas."
And we are in initiative. Alex, you're first. What does Kurogan do?
So, I don't. How far am I right now from it?
You are 100 feet from the people, 200 feet from her still.
Okay. I'm gonna move. Are the people like just lizard folk or enemies?
They are lizard folk heretics. There are probably about 40 or 50 of them, you think?
Okay, I'm gonna move 30 feet forward.
Yeah, and now that you're up a little bit in the air, you can see that they're crowded around just a big pile of other dead lizard folk.
Okay.
Clearly sacrifices.
So, I'm definitely going to move 30 feet forward so I'm within range. And then there's going to be an orb that starts forming in front of my cannon mouth. And it goes larger and larger as I cast Chromatic Orb at 3rd level using a 1st level spell slot.
Okay. Who are you shooting at?
Lizards, the lizards, yeah. Actually, instead of...
there are also a bunch of tables around, but it's hard to tell which ones are animated versus ceremonial.
Instead of Chromatic Orb, it's actually going to be like lightning that shudders around it as I actually do a 4th level shatter.
Oh, hot damn. So you just blasted into the crowd?
Yep.
Cool. Alrighty. I will roll saving.
That is some miserable damage, but okay.
Yeah, well. What's the radius on shatter? 20 by 20?
I believe so. Let me check.
Okay. I'm going to say you can probably get like
10-foot radius. So it's a 10-foot radius, 20 feet diameter.
They have to get better than a 13. So only 3 of them succeed. 2 points of damage to most of those heretics. So many of the ones you just caught in the blast are severely injured, but still stand. All right, is that the end of your turn?
Yes, as I'm still 30 feet in the air, glaring down at them as there's smoke coming from my cannon.
Okay. How much damage is that? 15?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. We move to the next in the initiative, which is Selcress. Selcress, what would you like to do?
Let's see. So we're about 100 feet from the crowd.
Yeah, you're about 100 feet.
How far away from the lady?
200. Realistically, it's not actually 200, probably like 150, because it's not that steep of a staircase.
Okay, so 150. That's perfect.
Okay.
Selcress is just gonna hold out her hand and point at the table centaur lady.
Sure.
And cast Fireball.
Oh shit. That has 150 feet. Damn. And you're shooting at the lady?
Yeah, the centaur table lady.
The queen. All right.
The queen. My queen.
The rival queen.
Yes, rival queen. I don't take kindly to.
Rival queen gets a 9. Okay.
So
how much
that's
damage?
30 cold.
Alrighty. Yeah, you nail her with the oh, it's cold too. Okay. You nail her with your ball of icy fire, which she takes 30 damage. She looks hurt. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I guess Levi can do something. I used my Colonel Decree, so he's an int form again, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll go
is he? How long does it last?
a minute.
Oh, that's it? Oh, okay. Okay.
Alright.
I mean, it was worth.
Yeah. He's gonna go sting a dude.
Sure. How fast can Levi fly? It's 100 feet away from Levi is the closest dude right now, so he's just flying toward him.
Yeah, you're right. He's gonna go fly 40 feet ahead.
Okay.
And Selcress is just gonna walk 30 feet up.
Cool. We move to the next in the initiative, Euchankas.
I will move, I guess, 60 feet.
Sure, you begin to move forward.
And that puts me, what, 40 feet away?
From the people, yeah. Well, from the main group of heretics.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's it.
Cool.
I guess.
Sword?
Wait, you know what? I'm not gonna stand right here alone. I'm gonna summon my spiritual weapon.
Excellent.
About 20 feet ahead of me.
Sure. So the spiritual weapon is up. You can ever just attack one of the heretics if you want.
Can it? Oh, it's a 60-foot.
Yeah.
Range. Okay,
the range.
then yeah, okay, then it'll do that.
Cool. Go ahead and give me an attack.
Hey,
13 force. That is going to finish off one of the heretics that saved action, the fireball. Cool. You slash him.
Get him, Punchy Cloud.
The Punchy Cloud punch. Next in the initiative, sword. What would you like to do?
Okay, I assume I'm still about like 150 feet back.
You're 100 feet from the main body of heretics, and then you're 150 from the queen and her big table.
Okay. I'm going to use my action to use Radiant Soul to sprout my wings.
Awesome. You're now aerial.
And move forward, and then I will also summon my spiritual weapon.
Awesome. You want to make an attack with it? Or with it?
I'd be still too far away.
Don't you have a 60-foot fly speed with your...
According to the wiki, it's 30.
Oh, it might only be 30. I'm not sure. Okay. That's a little teeny too far, but that's cool. The spiritual weapon's there for the next turn.
Right.
Cool. Alrighty. We move to the heretic shaman. One of the heretic shamans is up on top of the... Well, actually, not really all the way up there. But one of the heretic shamans is down toward the bottom. And with the masses. And they will turn toward all of you. And it's going to start with... probably a wall of fire. A wall of fire appears. How does that work? It is 60 feet long, so Euchankas, a big wall of fire will appear 60 feet long, blocking your advance. I think. Are you saying something, Connor?
Can I counterspell that?
If you want, yeah. You have to roll. It is a higher level spell. It's level 4.
Yeah, I'm just not...
Okay, so the way that would work is... oh, actually, what level are your spells?
5th level.
5th level? Oh, then you counter it. Oh, you just counter it. There's no roll. You succeed.
Yep.
Awesome. So it goes to like bring up a wall of fire, and you just dismiss it with but a wave of your hand. And the cleric seems just baffled that his magic did not serve him. The lizard folk queen grabs one of the scorched lizard folk sacrifices, takes a ceremonial knife, stabs it into the lizard folk, killing them, and tears out their heart. That is her move.
She's working some funky soul magic.
And she yells, "Let loose the tables of war!"
And some God damn it. All right, that's all I got for that. The lizard folk. We now are at the coffee table's turns. They're caged currently, and now it's lizard folk heretics' turns. And a couple of them will run over and open some cages, releasing the coffee tables. There are now 4 released coffee tables. Oh, okay. But they can't go because they use their ready to action to dash out. So you see coffee tables rushing toward you, but they're pretty spread out throughout the whole area. The other lizard folk heretics, so 4 of them released coffee tables. So the other 36 are going to attack whoever is the furthest out, which I think is Euchankas. Euchankas, what is your armored class?
19.
19. All right. So we have 36 d20s, and they have
36 d20s.
They shouldn't all be attacking you. That's fair. That's fair. Who else is up there? Sword is up there. Kurogan. You're all.
Yeah,
up
I'm
there.
70 feet away from the main
We'll
forces.
say that a quarter of them will attack each of you for now. So we're gonna start with a quarter. So it's 9 d20s coming towards you, Euchankas. And your armor class is 19.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they got to get above a 13, or 13 or higher, rather. 4 successes. So it's gonna be, and 1 was a crit. So 5d6 plus 8. So you get 28 points of damage.
Ow.
Jabbed a bunch. Selcress. Another volley. They're pretty much identical. Actually, what's your armor class?
14.
Well, I think that actually is still the same. All right, so you're going to take 25 damage as the javelins get thrown toward you.
Okay.
Kurogan, you're up in the air. What's your armor class?
20.
All right, it is the exact same again. Oh, yep. All right, it's 25 points of damage on you, and Sword.
It's still 4 hits. What's their plus on?
They have a plus. Oh, wait a minute. So actually, yeah. I'm sorry. 1 extra would miss. Sorry. So it should only be 3. You can take off 3 damage. That's only 22 damage to you.
Okay.
And Sword, your armor class is
19.
What? 19. All right. So I'm gonna correct Swords.
These would be the same as mine, which is what you've been rolling.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. None of them hit Sword. Sword, you expertly dodge and get out of the way of all their javelins. As they begin to rush toward you, they charge you, yelling out 4 tableaus. But in the
I am in the air, so
they're charging towards Selcress and Euchankas then. That is the end of that turn. Kurogan? What would you like to do?
So are there a bunch in the group together?
So what you see is the heretics are streaming forward toward you. And again, there are 36 heretics rushing the rest of your party.
Okay.
You see there is a heretic shaman that's still staying back at that further range where they all were originally. And the queen's up on the table. And that's what you see.
Well,
their coffee table's coming up.
I'm going to
4
stay in the
coffee
air, but shatter at 4th level. The group.
Okay, you're going to go for the main heretics.
Yes. For a shit ton of damage.
Yeah, so I'm gonna I think 15's a good. They're a little less crowded up now, so I'll give you 10, but that's still pretty good. And they have to get better than a 13. 13's a lucky number here. Only 2 succeed. Wow, actually, with that kind of damage, you just kill them outright. So you kill
just
13. All right, 6. Those 2 die. It's an 8. And then
26 damage to anyone who didn't save, and 13 to anyone who did.
Yeah. Cool. So there are still 2 heretics, or there were 2 extra that died. So. Awesome. You nail them. 10 of them are dead. There are now only 30 heretics.
Wait, 30? Thought there were 36 before.
No, there are still 4 that went off to rescue let loose the tables.
Oh.
Those 4 are far their own way.
Okay.
They're not really in the fight yet.
There's 26 running toward us, though.
Yes. Yep. Your turn, Kurogan?
Yeah, that's all I can really do right now.
Okay. You just killed 10 heretics.
Wait, yeah, I did just kill 10 heretics. That's all I can do right now. Sheesh.
Okay. Right. Selcress, what would you like to do?
How far is that go? Not far enough. How far away are all the heretics?
They're, like, up to you almost. They're only, like, 30 feet away.
I should be able to deal with the heretics.
They're about 60 feet from you, Selcress. They're only 10 feet from Euchaunkas. They're just
Those
running
tables
right
are going to be an issue, though.
Yeah, there are 4 tables rushing toward you. The tables are only about 80 feet from you, Selcress, but given their speed, you'd think they might be able to get to you.
Okay.
They're way
So
closer to
you'll
Euchaunkas.
handle the heretics?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go.
Selcress will send out 2 Eldritch Blasts at tables.
Oh, cool. Attacking the tables. Radical. You'll hit with both of them. It's easy.
Alrighty.
Nice. 23. Alright. Table's looking bad, but not quite out. Anything else you'd like to do?
And Levi can, he flew 40 feet up, so he's like 40 feet at the table. He can fly
Yeah, he could be at one of the tables. That's fine.
Yeah, he'll sting it.
Okay. Now, the tables are immune to poison, unfortunately. They're tables. But that still just finishes it off. So one of the tables goes down. As Levi's stinger kind of catches it in a splinter, then that splinter just kind of tears up and the whole thing falls apart as it's bolting at intense speeds. Anything else you'd like to do, Fox? Oh, I'm sorry, Selcress?
Nope.
Awesome. Euchankas. 30 heretics stare you down.
I walk into them. Walk, like, right up to the front of them. And I'm like, I think it's time for the the tables to turn. And I cast turn heretics.
Okay. You invoke the wrath of the cloud. And
Yes.
with a thunderous... is this like a yell?
I think it's just a clap of thunder.
Excellent. A clap of thunder.
Crackle of lightning. Yep.
Alright, what do they have to do?
Wisdom saving throw.
Right. The heretics. What's your DC?
17.
Alright, that means they have to get higher than a 16. Alright. So as Euchankas yells out, fear strikes the lizard folk charging him, and his voice bellows like the thunder of the cloud itself. And actually, you
what
have
challenge
straight
rating?
hits. They
yeah.
are CR1. They are lizard folk.
Oof. They all the ones that failed turned to mist.
All right. At Euchankas's bellowing voice, the lizard folk who charge him literally just fall to mist around them, frightening the 7 that remain. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Euchankas? You got a punchy cloud.
Oh, Punchy Cloud will punch something.
All right. There's the shaman. I think is the only thing close enough for Punchy Cloud to attack.
All right, well, get him, Punchy Cloud.
Okay.
Punchy
so
Cloud missed.
Punchy Cloud tries to hit the shaman and misses. All right. We move to the next in the initiative order, which is Sword. What would you like to do? There's still a bunch of heretics.
Whoa. We got 7 they're still up. The 4 in the back by the tables and
Oh, I'm sorry. There should only be 3 up still charging Euchankas. The other ones are back by the tables. Well,
okay.
But there are 3 more tables coming at y'all. And you remember how hard those boys hit.
Well, I'm going to fly up and, continue towards them, out of the table's range. And then I guess I will use my short bow to try and pick off the shaman.
Sure. Go ahead and take your shot. That'll absolutely hit against the shaman. For 7 points of piercing damage.
And then let my spiritual weapon do its things. It's now in range.
Yep. Alright, that'll definitely hit. Also, I think you get Divine Strike on that short bow.
I think it only works for melee.
I thought it was everything, but we can check that. And we can always add that extra damage if we need to.
Forgot to add that to my teeth.
Alright.
Alright.
Because I also get an extra damage based on my level.
Oh, right, yeah.
For having my wings out.
Right, so how much extra damage is that?
It'd be my level, so 8 plus 5.
Okay, cool. So you're actually going to hit this guy for 13 damage instead of 7. And there's a 5 Divine Strike. So actually, it's a pretty beefy 18 damage hit. As, your short bow sinks into the shaman and it reaches and grasps at its injury, its eyes burning with hatred for Euchankas, but looking up toward you and also anger. And you're 60 feet in the air?
Yes.
Awesome. So you're out of the table's reach. And is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Alrighty. There are also only 6 heretics left as the spiritual weapon cuts down one of them. The heretic shaman is going to look up toward you, Sword, and cast a polymorph spell at you. I need you to roll me I think it's a wisdom saving throw, which its DC is 13, so pretty bad, actually. Wow. It's pretty, you got a low DC for this kind of monster. But it's going to try and turn you into a cat. Can you roll me a wisdom save, Sword? This? We'll get that wisdom save eventually. Alright, that's the heretical shaman. Alright, the lizard folk queen. The lizard folk queen watches as the body of the last sacrifice tumbles and falls down the steps, and she calls out, "Almighty Tablos, accept our sacrifices!" And then she stabs herself in the chest with her dagger. And for a moment, there's nothing. And then the table beneath her, the massive one, quakes and trembles, and one of its giant table legs moves forward as Tablos, the four-legged god, has awoken.
She's dead, though.
She's dead. Yeah, she's dead.
Okay.
The coffee tables are going to go. Oh, jeez. All right. So, coffee tables. The closest target to the first coffee table is Levi. So, Levi's getting attacked by one of them.
Good.
All right. It's a good thing that was... I just accidentally rolled it to GM and I crit again. But it's a 19. Does that hit Levi?
It does.
All right. Levi takes a bunch of bludgeoning damage.
I'm dead.
All right. Levi dies. Euchankas, we got one coming at you. 13?
Nope.
We have the second one coming at you. There's no other target for it. 15.
Nope.
Excellent. So the tables charge toward you, and you just kind of bat them away, I guess. or dodge them, or which one?
Shield.
Shield. Oh, right, of course, Bartholomew the shield. The 7 remaining heretics, they are going to quake under the tremblings of their god, and that's what they're going to do on their turn. And then Tablos, the 4-legged god, makes his first step. With a few gigantic steps, this huge temple, table-like temple, takes a few steps forward, but it's not actually able to get close enough to attack anyone. But it's damn close to you now, Euchaunkas. It's kind of like bearing down on you. And again, it's 60 feet high. Kurogan.
So this is the table.
Yeah, it's the giant sacrificial table temple.
Cool.
Wooden stairs just kind of crumbled and broke under it.
I'm gonna thunder chromatic orb at 3rd level.
Sure. Alrighty, this is against Tablos.
Yeah, 25 to hit.
That'll hit, definitely.
For 36 damage.
Nice.
And it's thunder damage against a construct, so hopefully it does more.
Unfortunately, it doesn't do any more, but you do nail it for 36 points of damage. Sizable hit.
I just hold my hands in front of my cannon mouth and Naruto channels his chakra into a ball. It just grows into a bigger and bigger thunder ball until it launches out and strikes the table right in its table face.
Excellent. All right, we move to the next in the initiative, which is Selcress. What would you like to do?
So there's a big table guy, right?
Yeah, there's a giant table. It's about, 30 feet from where you are now, and it is just bearing down toward Euchankas. It is gargantuan. I mean, it's 60 feet high, and it's huge.
Right?
I can't eat that.
I thought you could eat anything!
I said just about.
She pouts at you.
Oh.
It's too big.
Nothing's too big for you! Here, I'll help make it bite-sized. And she just throws some Eldritch Blasts at it.
Sure.
Choo, choo.
Alright, it is a giant stone table. You hit it. Does not have much of an armor class. Actually, you're close to missing it. Not close enough to miss. So, how much is that total? 14?
14?
Alrighty. Your blasts strike true. Are you doing force or cold?
I think force, probably.
Okay. Yep. Your shots strike true upon this big table. Pieces of excellently carved stone chip and break apart. As the kind of pool of blood that had formed along its top just kind of begins to slough off the side. It's like raining blood down toward Euchankas.
Can you eat it now?
No.
Okay, I'll keep working on it.
Do you revive
Very well.
And Levi, is there another? Are there smaller tables still around?
Well, I think Levi's currently dead, right?
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna bonus action revive him then.
All right, Levi returns, as is Levi's thing to do.
Yeah.
All right, Euchaunkas, what would you like to do?
Okay. Let's start with the bonus action bite.
Okay, again.
The nearest table.
Okay, the nearest coffee table, of course.
And I'll make it a crackling bite?
Sure. That makes it do the lightning damage.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
Just cause. Okay. So there's the bite. That's the attack.
Against the nearest coffee table, that's gonna hit.
And there's some of the damage. And there's also D8 because it's thunder damage.
All right, so that's gonna be 7.
7. Yep. And then
the crackling.
Yes, anything within 10 feet of anything of my choice within 10 feet of this table.
Yep. the table.
Needs to make a deck saving throw.
All right, I'll roll for the first coffee table and the second coffee table.
How close is the really big table?
It's within. It's close enough. I got a 13.
Okay, they all failed, so they all take 5 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna cast Destructive Wave.
Okay. Well, actually, before you do that, I need to roll a strength saving throw for the first table you bit. As it is a large creature, I think that's within your purview to consume.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
Okay, I eat that table. I swallow a table. Yummy.
Oh, boy.
Table.
Okay.
And now I'll cast Destructive Wave.
Alrighty.
And let's see some rolls.
Oh, right, Destructive Wave. I'll roll for Tablos first. Tablos has magic resistance. And his constitution's shockingly low. Why'd I roll him twice? So he crits, and then the other table will fail with a 9.
Okay, and the remaining heretics?
Oh, shit. With that kind of damage, they just die. Oh, actually,
Right.
I guess I can win. Alright, 1 heretic remains.
Okay. The table near me, how'd that one? That one's dead, or 37 damage?
Yeah, that kills that table too. So there's a single coffee table left. It's the one that just murdered Levi.
Okay, I'm gonna move away 30 feet.
Okay. Tablos is going to make an opportunity attack against you.
Ah! I'm that close.
Unfortunately, yeah. As you move out... Oh, it was within 10 feet of you.
Ah, right.
Because of the crackling bite. It's gonna make a stomp attack. It misses.
Yep, yeah, it does.
It's a giant table. Alright. You're 30 feet away.
Run for the hills!
Sword, what would you like to do? At about eye level now, there's a giant god table.
I'm gonna let the shaman's still up and kicking.
Yes, on the ground. Now beneath the table, actually.
I think I'm gonna see if my spiritual weapon can finish the guy off.
Mm-hmm. Against the shaman?
Yeah.
For 13 points. That's 2. How much health do you have, guy? Oh, you actually don't have a lot of health. He's alive, but he's heavily wounded. Alright.
So,
Oh,
are we going to
Divine
add
Strike,
in Divine Strike plus the other divine?
I don't think those apply to Spiritual Weapons. Spiritual Weapons are different.
Okay, well, then we won't worry about it.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to just gonna go for it at the table since it's nearby.
Okay. Do you want it? So you're flying up to Tablos. Oh damn! Yeah, you hit. Oh shit! Good use of the square hammer. One of the unfortunate rolls. You hit it. It's an extra
barely.
D8.
And then plus another D8. Yeah. Or another 8.
Okay. That's actually 15 more damage.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah, not bad at all. Despite the fact that you rolled a 4 is not actually too bad there. All right. End of your turn. Are you still adjacent to the tableaus?
I would say I'm a little above it.
Okay.
Striking downward.
And Kurogan, where are you?
30 feet in the air.
Okay, so you're still under Tableaus.
Yes.
All right. We move to the heretic's turn. The heretic shaman, heretical shaman rather.
Is he the only one left?
There's one other heretic. Otherwise, yes, that's all that's left. And one coffee table. The heretic is going to look toward you, Euchankas, and say, "Sweet dreams, heretic." And it's going to cast Sleep upon you at 3rd level. You have more than 48 health.
Yes.
Fuck, really?
Yes.
Oh, damn. The heretic just got damn.
Yeah. Who's the heretic now? Wait, not now. You've always been the heretic.
I find your
coffee-
lack of faith disturbing.
The one coffee table that's left, it like moves like it's going to go charge at you all, but its intelligence is a 1, and so Levi stands back up and it just turns around to attack Levi. Does an 11 hit Levi?
It does not.
Levi expertly dodges the coffee table. The last remaining heretic.
Get got!
The last remaining heretic rushes at you, Euchankas, and tries to bite you.
You got 40 feet of movement?
Oh, you're right. He's further away. Yeah, so he doesn't actually get. He just gets to you. He doesn't attack you, though. Sorry. Now it's Tablos. What does Tablos do? Tablos is going to use Stomp on. Tablos like turns a little bit as it like charges forward. It's gonna make 1 stomp attack against you, Euchankas. What?
Ow.
Okay. Are you still conscious of that?
Yes.
Damn. It's gonna make a 2nd stomp attack against Kurogan. A 21.
Which would hit, except I shield.
Oh, damn! You bring up a barrier of arcane force, blocking the foot of a god.
Did I just actually Iron Man versus Thanos that?
Yeah, exactly, right? Perfect. The 3rd stomp attack is going to go at Selcress. But you get
Me?
12.
It doesn't hit.
It misses! Hot damn!
Someone's forgot.
Yeah, really, right? And you're above its sword, so it can't attack with its 3rd attack. That's 4th attack, rather. That's the end of its turn. Tablos misses with its 3 murder attack. We're at the top of the initiative, Kurogan.
Who is got a bonus action 2nd win because he regained that during his short rest. That's a good heal. I will definitely take that heal. And then he's gonna cast another chromatic orb at 3rd level.
Okay. Oh, by the way, Crowley, for everyone else, the last heretic was crushed by the table.
Ah.
Good.
So I just get him out of the picture.
24 to hit.
The shaman's still up. The shaman's 4.
With
24 against the table.
Yeah, and 29 damage.
Okay.
Thunder.
Okay, cool. Thunder seems perfectly effective. I do want to point out to everyone, though, there's 1 coffee table left. It currently is tracing Levi around in circles.
You know,
all right.
as do.
Kurogan, just another energy blast as the chromatic orb strikes down. Or strikes up, right? Because you're under Tablos.
Yeah, it strikes up.
Yep.
I'm just like Frieza energy balling this guy.
Excellent. All right. So that's. Do you want to move at all, Kurogan?
Nah. Actually, I'm gonna move 30 feet up to where I'm like at table eye level.
Sure.
So I'm still within, melee, so he can't just up and attack me like a little table.
Yep. Awesome. All right, we move to the next initiative. Selcress, what would you like to do? There's a giant table leg next to you.
I might disengage from the table leg
Okay.
and back away 30 feet.
All right, you back away 30 feet. Anything you want to do with your bonus action?
Levi's gonna attack the table, chasing him.
Excellent. Wow, Levi hits.
Yep.
Some damage, nice. Alrighty. Levi stings him in the leg. It affects him, which is bizarre. The poison.
It limps. It's a limping table.
It's a limping table. Excellent. All right, we move to the next in the initiative. That's Euchankas.
Yes.
Giant table leg landed next to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, this isn't great. Okay, so the table is 60 feet tall.
Yes, you feel the shadow of a god above you.
Okay. And it seems to have a range of at least 10 feet.
Yeah, at least.
Alright, I move out a little bit, not out of its range.
Sure, so you move about 10 feet.
And I look at the table and I'm like, you have a weakness, table. Just like all tables. You can't get what's on top of you. And I teleport up there with Thunderstep.
Excellent. The Thunderstep blasts out. So I'm going to roll that con save for Tablos. Alright. Tablos succeeds, but we're still taking 11 damage.
And I'm on top of the table.
You're on top of the table. And sword's flying pretty close, actually.
I move toward the middle of it.
Sure.
And then, as my bonus action, I will drink a greater healing potion.
What? Why?
Okay. Who knows?
Yeah, just feeling like it's to gloat, really. The potion's just to gloat. It's not like you're hurt or anything, exactly. Alright, Sword, it's your turn. Euchankas is up near the top of the table with you.
Alrighty, I'm going to use my spiritual weapon to finish off that shot.
Awesome. That'll hit. And you probably got him. Yeah, you finish him down. Your spiritual weapon it's a sword, correct? Or is it?
Yes, it's...
Yes. The sword cleaves through this shaman, and it utters one last gasp of "impossible," as all evil villains do, right as they're defeated, and he is dead. What would you like to do with your action?
Take another swing at it.
Okay. Oh damn! Big win, big numbers. Oh!
Plus 8. Plus.
Alright.
And flaming plus.
Right. So that's a 77? Alright.
Yeah.
The hammer cracks down on
Yeah,
Tableau.
8. How could it be 77?
There's an 8 for my Radiant Soul effect.
Plus
gives
1.
me like
Oh, it's 79.
Yeah.
I can do math, guys. Alright, that damages it pretty badly. It's now not bloody yet. It's still not bloody.
If it's made of stone, how can it bleed?
I'm sorry, you're right, it's not. You're right, it just cracked a little.
It's not quite chipped.
You destroy a really heretical mosaic with your incredible slam. The coffee tables. There's only one coffee table left. I'm going to roll an intelligence check. It continues to go after Levi. It misses Levi. All right.
Yep.
Coffee table, zoom! Tablos chases after you, Selcress. We got one stomp coming at you.
Why me?
You and Kurogan are the only two left on the ground. Oh my god.
I'm not on the ground. Everyone but her is on the ground.
At the 25 for 41 damage.
Yeah, that hits.
Alrighty. Are you still up after 41?
No. I mean, yes, I am.
Oh, really? Damn.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm holding up its little foot with all my little strength.
Oh, that's excellent. I love it. Levi's trying to
Captain
help.
America.
Not today.
We have a stomp coming at Kurogan.
I'm 60 feet in the air at eye level.
Oh, it can still swing a foot up there. You're not on top of it.
Weird, okay. But shield, so it doesn't hit.
Alright. It's got weird bendy legs when it moves.
That's weird.
Tables are really scary.
Terrifying.
In like the worst ways. Euchankas can attest.
Stone spaghetti legs.
Kurogan, what would you like to do?
Precisely.
So I'm gonna fly up on top of it.
Well, you look down, and Selcress is having a pretty rough time here.
Well, I mean, I can only fly down 30 feet. It's the problem.
I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just letting you know what you see.
What can I do, actually? Would scooping her up be an action?
No, I'd say you could just do it. Just small.
Okay. Then I'm going to use my full, my action to do a full movement towards her, sweep her up, and then action surge.
Oh dang!
To move back up.
To eye level, basically.
To eye level, yeah. As the full action. Let's see.
Now, Selcress, do you choose to get picked up? You let him pick you up.
Yeah, sure.
I guess.
So would I guess?
You know, the table leg crashes to the ground after I get scooped up.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to divert the energy from my cannon mouth back into my arms. Actually, let's see. Let's see, hide. Oof. That's not gonna really work too well here. So yeah, I'm just gonna go and do the dragon's claws.
Alrighty. You now have thick claws.
Yes, thick claws, and I have Selcress on my back, and Reaver and my dragon greatsword in my two hands.
Awesome.
I'm ready to chunk some shit.
It hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Levi's still at the ground.
Who's left on the ground? It was just me?
Levi and Levi, the coffee table, and that's it.
Okay. Levi's gonna disengage and fly up.
Alright, Levi can only get 30 feet then, right? Or does he have a fly
20
feet? Okay.
20 feet, right? It's half movement.
It's not half movement, it's your full movement still. It's just your action was to disengage.
Oh, right, okay. No, he flies up 40 feet. He has a flight speed of 40.
Okay, so he's still most of the way up. But Tablos has very few targets remaining. Do you do anything?
Oh, yeah. Tablos is getting Eldritch Blasts tossed at him. Like a bunch. Oh, that sucks.
Awesome. Well, the 14 hits.
Okay.
That's a good Eldritch Blast.
That! And that! And that!
Mean table!
Alright, the table is now officially bloody.
You.
What?
The table is now officially bloodied.
Okay.
Alrighty. Euchankas, it's your move. What's your strat?
Okay, what's going on up on top of this table?
There's blood everywhere, and it looks like in the middle of the table, there was some horrible, like, sacrilegious blasphemy to the cloud.
I see. Okay. I'm going to attack the table.
Sure.
With another spell from my...
Oh, I'm sorry. The blasphemy was painted in blood.
I see. These people are vile. So hold on. Let me just get the text for the thing I want. Okay. I'm going to cast Witch Bolt.
Okay. Oh, damn.
4th level.
Okay.
On the table. But I'm going to sort of aim it so it hits the blasphemy.
Okay.
2 for 1 deal.
Sure.
I believe that hits.
What is it? Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, the table takes 48 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
And I'll move inward on the table.
Okay.
And the punchy cloud from below We'll punch the table in the leg.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That'll hit. Alrighty. And as you destroy the blasphemous blood effigy kind of deal in the middle of the table, you hear it kind of like quiver. You feel it quiver beneath you, and you hear a thunderous kind of blast. And you realize, Euchankas, in this moment, that was all that was protecting this table from the true wrath of the cloud. It was a ward of some kind.
You vile table. Now you will learn.
What would you like to do, Sword?
So is the table prepared to suffer the wrath of the cloud?
I don't know. We'll find out. I don't think anything's ever quite ready to suffer the wrath of the cloud.
Well, nothing's quite ready to suffer the wrath of Selcress either, so...
Sword, you're gonna hit with your square hammer. 16. Alright. So it's actually plus...
Is my turn still?
Oh. Yeah, I don't know why I went straight to... No, it was Sword's turn.
Oh.
Euchankas said Sword.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this is right. This is correct.
Okay, so, 16 to 8...
Wait, did Selcress do anything?
She shot Eldritch Blast.
Oh. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
I thought we skipped you for a moment, too.
Yeah, I was confused.
You confused me. It gets that late point of lateness where it's like, no one really knows what's going on. And,
well, I mean,
we're fighting a giant stone
table. We're fighting tables.
It's pretty dumb, yeah.
And it comes to Tablos' turn, and Tablos can't attack anyone.
Wait a minute. I still have my spiritual weapons.
Oh, go ahead, give me spiritual weapons.
I haven't joined the punching cloud.
Tablos jumps around a little bit, trying to get at you all, but can't. The weird table spaghetti legs try and get at you, but it can't. And for a moment, you're all just kind of there. And then something happened.
I feel like we should get off the table.
As a sudden darkness begins to fall over you. A darkness beyond even the normal darkness. The thunder roils and blasts. And there's just an absolute shadow of something above you.
Yep.
What do you all do?
Kurogan is disengaging with Selcress on his shoulders and flying other way, away from the table.
A gigantic mouth flies down from the sky above you.
Oh boy!
Slamming down over Tablos. And
Time to Zoidberg.
As Bill the Space Whale comes down to eat the one thing too large for Euchankas. And
is Euchankas and Sword still on the...
Yeah, are you guys still on it?
I mean, I'm gonna try and get off.
Sword, you can fly.
Runningly,
when I disengage with Selcress, I'm also gonna grab Euchankas, and me and Sword are gonna help fly him out.
Okay.
I put away my sword and use my strong arm. Everything that I wield with it counts as light.
Excellent.
And double action just to get some distance.
Yeah, get him, Bill! Get the stupid fake god!
You fly at an intense speed away from this as you see the gargantuan body of Bill the Space Whale and the roiling of thunder and the storm above. as Bill takes a giant scoop out of the earth itself, consuming the entirety of the temple and tableaus inside it. And as you fly off, Euchaunkas, you feel at peace. A feeling probably rare for you. And
you know where false gods go? They go to the 17th sediment of the Great Big Rock. It's not good. It's real bad. It's bad sediment.
That's what they get for just being dumb.
Yeah, stupid table.
I didn't like that table.
It was
You
a
need
very,
to do manual labor.
very evil table.
And as you fly away, a gigantic whale flying off into space in the background, you have completed this ridiculous adventure.
Oh, at Bill.
Bill,
You know,
that makes a whale sound back, which almost knocks you all out of the sky. From the
it was
shockwave.
pretty awesome.
You all make bizarre sound at this gigantic whale, and with that, our adventure comes to a close. You make your way somewhere. I don't know where the heck you go, but
Anywhere but there.
anywhere but there, indeed. And you have successfully.
Oh, I dismantled the rest of the temple. Whatever you left.
Bill ate the whole thing.
Okay.
The whole thing. It's just all gone. The big
Pretty
hole.
thorough.
Yeah, he's big.
Very thorough. I appreciate his thoroughness.
Yes, I would say it is quite nice. Get it? Nice rock stuff. Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, with that, our adventure's over. Thank you guys for playing. That was excellent. Or awful. I never know which. I hope you all had fun, though.
Yes.
It was great.
And it will continue.
No,
to have
never.
fun.
I never have fun with